as you can tell by the title of this video, I saw the heat. Awesome! So if you don't want to be spoiled, then get the hell out of the kitchen right now. Okay? Because it's gonna get pretty damn hot in here. Yeah, that didn't make sense, did it? But hopefully you got my really lame bad joke. Yeah, so like I said, if you don't want to be spoiled because you want to see this movie, then don't watch this video because I won't be offended, trust me. Okay, so ready? Yay! I'm going to do the plot summary, my opinion, then the cast list, maybe not in that order. And I should warn you that this plot summary is very badly written because it makes no sense. But I'll try my best to read it. Yeah. Ashburn, an FBI agent, is extremely ambitious and has her eye on a promotion, but she doesn't get along with her co-workers. She is sent to Boston to find out who an exclusive drug dealer is by getting to the man who is fronting for him, and is told that she'll have a good shot at promotion if she finds a deal. When she arrives in Boston, she learns that the dealer has been eliminating his competition and taking over their operations. She learns that a dealer is in Boston PD custody and goes to see him to ask him what he knows about the dealer, but is warned that the cop who arrested the dealer, Mullins, is very territorial, and she is not exactly sociable. When the two meet, they don't get along. When Mullins learns what Ashburn is in Boston for, decides to find the dealer herself. Ashburn is told by her boss to work with Mullins, but won't be easy because Ashburn does things by the book, while Mullins does things her way. Did that make sense? Please say it did. Anyway, if that didn't make sense, it pretty much means that Ashburn is a straight up, pretty straight, narrow girl, woman, who works in the FBI, which is awesome, girls in high-powered jobs, yeah! Awkward. Yeah, so it's pretty much this uptight girl. She does everything by the book. She's kind of like, everybody hates her. Put it that way. Everybody hates her. She does everything by the book, and her whole team's like, seriously, dude, just shut up and maybe you might be wrong for once. She is barely ever wrong, this girl, except this one time when she found out that the Red Files are actually innocent, dude, but oops. Okay, so I should say that if you've ever seen Miss Congeniality, it's kind of like this, but with a whole lot less glam. And I don't mean that the character, actresses or actors are ugly. No, I don't mean that because they're very beautiful people. I'm just saying, Miss Congeniality has got the beauty pageants and all that. There's no such thing in this one. It's full on bam, bam, bam! It is awesome! And, you know, very limited makeup and very, I don't know what to say, but you get the deal. Anyway, so, Ashburn is told that, actually she gets emailed saying this guy's leaving his position and people are getting looked at to be put into that position. And she's like, boss, you know how I like this, but I'm not going to say anything. And he's like, you know, I'll think about it. If you go to Boston and find a drug lord, I might give you the promotion. And so she gets put with Mullins, who is a foul-mouthed, arrogant, rude, whatever you want to call it, the type of person who you would normally avoid in public. She seemed very rude and, I don't know. But you get my point. She's the type of person if you mess with, you kind of screw. And, yeah, and so they're kind of put together even though they don't want to be. So it's like, I have to work with you, but I hate you. And then they eventually learn things about each other. They're like, oh, so you put your brother in jail, and your family hates you, and you threaten guys by threatening to shoot them in the penis, and your brother is going to die because this guy is like double ratting on people. Yeah, that didn't make sense, did it? Well, it was double crossing people, and he's actually the drug lord, but he's working with us, and it's like, oops, oopsies. But it's not really, when you watch it, it's kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, because you're sitting on the edge of your seat. But there's one scene where it's like, if you go here, here's all the drug lords. But it turns out it was just a bunch of party people who are like, we're not in trouble, we just like to party. It's like, it's okay, but you do have one joint on you. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. And in the end, they end up being best of friends, and it's really awkward. And we find out Ashburn is a foster kid. Or at least it says that she's a foster kid, because she's like, yeah, I'm a foster kid. But as if she didn't really believe it sort of thing. I don't know. I've never been in foster care, so I don't know what people say. Sorry. So it's pretty good, and you'll like it, and it's amazing, and I can't wait to come when it comes on DVD because I'm gonna buy every single copy there is because I think it's amazing. The best comedy movie I have seen so far this year. Just saying. And I've only seen probably one other comedy movie, and that was alright. Yeah. So you'll like this one, and it's kind of really awesome. It's kind of clash between Miss Congeniality and The Mentalist and Law and Order. You know, more Miss Congeniality but less glam. Does that make sense? Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to think. My head's like racing, and yeah. But you'll like it. Trust me, you will. A lot of it doesn't make sense. You're just kind of like, who's that guy? And you're just like, oh, that guy. Now we know who that guy is. That guy is that guy. Yeah, well, that guy. Yeah. I will warn you, if you go see it, don't bring anything to eat because you'll spend the whole time laughing. You'll end up choking on your food. Like, I ended up choking on my chips several times, and I was like, I can't laugh because there's a chip stuck in my throat. And Ashburn watches one too many Dr. Oz episodes. Actually, she only watched one because she was flicking through the channels. Everybody know what Dr. Oz is? It's kind of like a medical guy. Sometimes he's always on TV talking about some medical stuff. Yeah, sort of. Just Google Dr. Oz. But whatever. Anyway, so she learns about something to do with the throat, where you cut open the throat and inserts a straw or something. This guy starts choking. Instead of giving him like the Heimlich, she cut his throat open, and all you had to do was give him the Heimlich. Sorry. And it's kind of funny to watch that guy bleed from his throat, and it's like, all you could have done is like a couple of squeezes and he would have been fine. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the cast list before I bore you guys, because I probably already have. Okay, now you probably already know who the two main characters are, Ashburn and Mullins, and if you've seen the trailer 1,000 times, I've only seen it twice, which is lucky for me. And they actually changed the trailer different to the movie, because when you see a trailer, it's automatically got bits and pieces of the movie in it, but the trailer, it actually cut out a couple of words. There's one particular scene, the bathroom scene, if you've seen the trailer, where Sandra Bullock is kind of like in these Spanx things. I don't know, they look really uncomfortable, but apparently women wear them, but I don't, because they look really uncomfortable. And Melissa McCarthy, which is Mullins, is like telling her, what are you going to hold in? And it's actually like, what are you effing trying to hold in? And it's like, you just cut out the F word, and then you cut out half that scene, and I actually liked that scene because that was pretty hilarious. Sorry, I'm just figuring something out, and I just realized something. Okay, I'm going to do the cast list before it gets too long. Okay, Ashburn, like I just said, is played by Sandra Bullock, who I think does an amazing job, but I think she's stereotyped into these roles. You've seen her in Miss Congeniality, you've seen her in this one, you see her, she's in The Proposal, isn't she? She always plays the tough head honcho type boss, type roles where she's all stuck up and she keeps to herself, but she gets everything right. I think she's kind of stereotyped, but I think she's good for these roles. She's kind of brilliant, and I don't think she's aged a day either. Because you see her in Miss Congeniality, and then you see her in this. And Miss Congeniality is like a 2000 and something movie, or 2000 and something year 2000 and something. So you see that gap, and it's like, you have not aged a bit, darling. You look sexy as all hell. Okay, Mullins is played by Melissa McCarthy. I will admit, I've only seen Melissa McCarthy in one other thing, and that was in Mike and Molly, and I hate that show. Sorry, I've got nothing wrong with it. It's kind of like if I wanted to see someone fall in love, I would have looked at my neighbors, because they're more in love than whatever. So, it's just proved that Melissa McCarthy can be a tough, hard, ballsy type actress who I think should stay in something with comedy, and she should stay in, I don't know, action comedy sort of thing. She's really good at it. She's a brilliant actress, and if anyone says she's not, you're a liar, because she's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. I'm going to see it. Okay, this guy is Hale, and he's kind of like the head honcho of the FBI. He's like the boss of the bosses or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand the whole cop talk thing because I just think you guys work together. Prove me wrong, because you will. He's played by Damien Bircher. Yeah, he was really good too. Levy is sort of just the guy that Mullins and Ashburn goes to for help. He's like, oh yeah, I'll help you set up this place, I'll help you track down this and this. He's got a, I wouldn't say he's got a crush on Ashburn, but he sort of does. It's kind of like, do you, don't you, yeah and no, what the hell? Sorry. He's played by Marlon Wayans, who's a really good actor. Jason Mullins is kind of, Detective Mullins' brother, and she's the one that she put in jail because he was part of the whole drug thing. And then he ends up in a coma because he kind of let little too much information slip to his sister, and he got into a coma, and then the bad guy tried to kill him again. And he's played by Michael Rappert. Yeah. Mrs. Mullen is Jason's mother, obviously. It's played by Jane Curtin. Okay. So I'm trying to remember who these people are because they don't really have much information. Okay. Sorry. Julian. Sorry. Is played by Michael McDonald, and Julian is a drug lord. Just saying, and he's actually a double crosser. He's like a drug lord, and then he works in the FBI. And it's like, whoa, oops. Okay, Captain Woods. I love Captain Woods. He asks Sandra Bullock, dude, how old am I? And she's like, 58. And he's like, no, I'm 43. And Captain Woods is played by Thomas F. Wilson. And if you think the name rings a bell, it does, because it's the guy. He plays Biff in Back to the Future. So, you know. And this guy, he looks nothing like futuristic Biff. Just saying. He's like, yeah, I think the only thing that's changed about him is his hair color, and that's it. He hasn't really aged as much as you think he would. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say rude things, aren't I? And I don't want to. Sorry. There is a whole lot of other people. Pardon me. And they're pretty much just one person, like tough guy 1, tough guy 2, prostitute, this guy, that guy. I don't know. So if you really want to know who the rest of the cast is, go right ahead. And there is a few people who I didn't say, and they kind of play minor roles, but they're important roles. That's mainly for the fact I don't really know who they are because they didn't really say names as much as they should have. Like there were, Mullins. There was a character. Sorry, there was a character in this movie that was albino, and Mullins always called him like snow cone, and always took the mickey out of him. She always said albino and snow cone, and I'm just repeating myself, aren't I? But you get the point. She was always taking the mickey out of him, and she never really said his name, which I kind of remember him as the albino guy, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, and I'm guessing this is a bad review. Sorry. But you'll like this movie, trust me. It's kind of one of the best movies that's been out there so far. Don't get me wrong, there's probably other ones, but I haven't seen them yet, or they haven't been released in Australia. Either way, yeah, I hope my movie review is alright. Fingers crossed that it was. If you guys will like this movie, trust me, I've said that pretty much all video, and I'm sorry, but you will love it. And when it comes to DVD, you should buy a copy, or rent it, or steal it, whatever. Get your hands on it safely. Just don't get busted for it. Not that I'm recommending that you steal it, I'm just saying get a copy, because this is a really amazing movie, and you'll love it, and you'll watch it 1,000 times over until your disc breaks, and you have to buy another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Get my point? Awesome. And you'll love it. Okay, I'm going, and I hope this movie review was awesome. If not, I'm sorry, and bye. Bye.